Hey everyone, what's up? This is Alex Bazuska. I've got a custom JavaScript raycasting setup that I created for Unity for a 2D game that I'm working on called Path. I'm not going to show you how the code works in this video, but I might in another video. But basically how this script works is I've got a hitbox, and I just made a little sprite here to show the hitbox, and it has a border around it that is that the player can enter. So you see when the player enters that, I get a hitbox hit boolean flag right here. It turns to true. You can hit it. The object can hit the player, or as I'll show you here, the player can hit the object. I've also got these raycasts, which I'm actually doing something that I kind of just winging it because I'm new to a lot of this programming, but these are like RayBoxes basically. So these RayBoxes come out from each side and they use the same exact script for collision detection and the same exact script for creating the box shape as the hitbox, and this allows you to detect hits like this. So what I've got is I've got top left, top right. And as you can see, I've changed the rays to red to indicate that they're being touched. I've got right top, right bottom, bottom right, bottom left, left bottom, and left top. So if I want to go through all those real quick, top, top, right, right, bottom, bottom, and you could do multiple at once so that you can detect a little more complex collisions. So you could see, oh, you know, the player's hitting it from this angle, or from this angle, or multiple, everything, whatever, right? So the cool thing about this script is I set up the ray length and the ray height as variables here, so they're just floats. So if I adjust the ray length here, you can see the rays are extending out further. I can also adjust the ray width, and see, this gives me some cool ways that I can play around with this. So see, then I've got some big boxes that I can do tests against. I don't know what the optimal way to do this is, and it probably varies by object or varies by game, but I can adjust these values for every single object that I apply this script to, which is pretty cool. So let me make these smaller. You can actually, if you go into the negatives on the boxes, they flip out the other direction. You can do something like this, where you have like boxes on each side. You could make squares coming off of it if I adjusted this right. Something like that, or whatever. 0.1. I make this 0.1. Then those are squares. Now it's square. Ray squares. Patent pending. So the cool thing about this script, like every script in Unity, is that when I apply this raycasting script to an object, that object will have those properties that, but it'll have its own unique set of variables. So for instance, this hitbox has the default sizes for the ray length and everything, and they can all be independent. So I could have some crazy, I could have some short testing lengths over here, so the player has to be very close for it to register a hit, or I could have longer ones depending on the, oh, that's the width, whoops, depending on the what am I looking for? There, ray length. I can have really long hit tests. So right now I've just got this set up so that it detects a hit with the player object. So I assign a player object to each one of these. So right here I've got the player object, but if I wanted to, I could assign this hitbox to be the object that the other hitbox is targeting, and then that's not actually working. Oh well, whatever. But basically you can assign an object right here, and that's what it's going to target. Or you can assign an array of objects, which would be more likely in a game, since multiple different types of objects or NPCs or you know, props in the game can be collidable. So I'm going to set this back to the player. So, yeah. So that's basically all I've got so far, and I hope to use this in my game and to do some cool stuff. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just ask them in the comments below, and I hope I could help.